Alright, I was just showing Hugh how to do this, so let's get rid of this. Get rid of this. So, let's expand this out a little bit. Alright. So this is the basic track here. Alright. So we're trying to so you hear so some of the harmonics of the bass sit right where the kick is. So to fix that, I will add a compressor. On live, you just open it up and you'll see the sidechain compressor and also the EQ. So you click sidechain. The kick is sitting on audio 7 audio, so that's where you need your input from, and that's typical anytime you're trying to open up some space for lower frequencies that are sitting near that kick. And the kick would always be your main kick, would always be the input that comes into your compressor, and that tricks the compressor into only responding to the kick, but on the channel that you got it set on. So right now I have it set on this bass line, which is just a straight deep sub bass. So if you notice here, you have the things that you're going to mess with is the ratio, threshold, and then the output. So you want to bring this down so that you see the actual compressor doing its job. I usually go halfway, right about right here. So you see it's kind of a delay, and that's because the attack is pretty slow. So if you change that, sometimes I go down to 0.5 milliseconds. That way it's a little quicker. You don't have to worry about the release. The release is fine. Now, this is the part that you have to mess with, and this is increasing the ratio. And if you notice, the bigger the ratio, the more compression, which is fine. You'll see that the level is low. I usually go around 6 to 1, somewhere around there. And now go to the output. You don't want to overmodulate it too much. Now, just to let you hear what it sounds like without the kick, to give you an idea, you can hear where the compressor is clicking in and out because I got the attack quick. But you're not going to hear that click because the kick's going to be there. Now, unless you have, let's see. Okay, so the tricky part is you got to make sure that when you have silent moments and the bass line is still going and the kick is going, you're going to have to adjust your threshold and also maybe your attack, because you really don't have to put that much effect on the bass when there's no kick. Only when you got to deal with the kick or whatever else sub or lower frequencies that you need to mess with. Now this works not only for separating that bass, but this is the issue that you're dealing with, is dealing with bass, getting the bass sitting right in the mix. But you can also do this for higher register stuff, higher frequencies like vocals. When you have multiple vocals together and you want something to sit a little higher in the mix between the other ones, you can do that too, but you have to be a little more subtle with that versus this. But as you can tell, you can hear the little click, and it's still going because it's still referencing the other track. I just have it soloed. So if I muted that track by just and take it off post effects and say post mixer, it's not going to affect anything. So it's either pre or post effect is where what you need to have your audio, you know, where the output is coming from. Because if you put it post mixer, whatever you do with the mute is going to affect that. So I usually just put it post effects or pre effects, I'm sorry. So that way you just have a clean sound going into the compressor. And then I can bring back the kick. Now another trick is filtering. So we put the filter, we can leave the filter after the compressor. That's fine. You just got to be mindful that once you start raising the resolution, the resonance resolution. When you raise the resonance, that's going to increase the level of the sound. So you don't have to do it too much, but what you want to do is find a good spot. Usually they say start around 100 hertz and just bring it down till you can just start hearing it to come up. So for here, it's right around 77. So I'm going to bring it a little higher than 77. Like 86 hertz. All right. And then when you bring the rest of the stuff. Now I have other songs. And that's pretty much it. I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. Peace out.